switch, and there's a pushing foul. And Blake Griffin is fouled out of the game. That is his 6th foul, and he's out of there as he pushed Conley on the baseline and goes out having scored 30 points tonight. The most points he has scored in this playoff.
And right here you see he does get a little bit of a push, a little bit of a ticky-tack foul. More importantly, very lucky he didn't get a technical as he gave the ref a thumbs up, saying good call, very sarcastic.
So Kenyon Martin replaces him. 6-point lead, and here is Conley working against Paul. Tries to bank it in and does! Mike Conley! 23-point game for Mike Conley. And the Clipper lead is 4. Conley 9 of 14 from the field.
He is having his way out there. His penetration, that time going to his right as a lefty, knocking it off the glass. Beautiful play.
Now Mayo is defending Paul. Pick and roll to Martin, and the loose ball, and they're going to go the other way. Knocked it off of Martin. Effective play by the Grizzlies here.
Same play we saw, that double pick and roll up high. Great job by O.J. Mayo coming over, getting in the way in the sight line of Martin.
And Gasol knocking it off of him.
And better shot by Gasol, recognizing it. You're right, getting that tip in.
And of course Martin actually was standing out of bounds, so that turns it over. So the Grizzlies, who were down by 6, now down by 4, with just under 2 minutes remaining, plenty of time. Each team has a foul to give. Knocked away by Foy. Gay gets it back. Here's Rudy Gay. Banks it in. Rudy Gay brings the Clippers to within 2. 23 tonight for Rudy Gay.
What ball handling skills. Way to keep his patience out there by the half-court line. Not going over and back. Giving the easy crossover in the middle off the glass. Taking it to the paint. That's what you want to see.
This crowd is nervous, C-Web. Waiting in anticipation. Here is the lead-in banker by Paul. His 3rd field goal here in overtime. And the Clippers with a 4-point lead as we get close to a minute to go in the overtime session. Paul with 25 tonight. Griffin with 30. That's 55 between them. Here is Conley. And there's a pass knocked away. And it's off of the Clippers. Might have been off of Gasol's leg. In any event, the Clippers get the ball back with 1:02 to go. And this crowd, in anticipation of maybe taking a commanding lead.
Yeah, you're always taught, don't bounce that ball to where the player, especially a big man, can't get it. You have to throw it up high. That gave the defender a chance to get his hand in there and knock it off of Gasol's knee.
Under a minute to go, 4-point lead for the Clippers. Tony Allen back in defending Paul. This is the overtime session. Critical 4th game of this Western Conference first round. Paul gets free again and hits again. 8 points for Chris Paul in overtime, a 6-point lead. What can't this man do?
If there is something I do not know yet, because I tell you, he's been in control, not only in the 4th quarter, but also in this overtime, taking his time, perusing, looking around, getting other guys involved, then taking the shot itself, saying, yeah, I came here to take us to the playoffs. That's what I'm doing.
Kenyon Martin with the foul. That is the 4th team foul, and or the 4th personal foul, and the Clippers have used their foul to give.
Tried to run an alley-oop screen to the lane for Gay. It didn't work. Great recognition by the Clippers.
They don't have to worry about the 3 yet. They can just get the 2, but O.J. Mayo thinking 3. Mayo into Gasol, stuffs it through, so they get the 2 in a hurry. So it's a 4-point game, 37 seconds left. Memphis does have a foul to give here. And Paul spinning his way in control. Under a half a minute to go, 13 on the shot clock. Clippers by 4, trying to open up a 3-1 lead. Paul has used up his dribble, in trouble. Mayo gets it back to Gay. It's 2-on-1 to Conley, who lays it in. And the Grizzlies have come back to within 2. And they have a foul to give and do it here with 8.1 seconds remaining in the first overtime session.
Wow. What great play the last 2 possessions. As you see those Clipper fans right there just holding their hearts, trying not to have a heart attack. But you have to look at this play. Just a great trap by Gasol and Conley. You get the block to Gay. Good look to Conley. He was so fast. Such a speed guy. For the strong and easy finish.
Kenyon Martin will inbound. There's the timeout story. The Clippers have 3. Grizzlies have 2. And now the Clippers call a timeout before Kenyon Martin can inbound the ball. Timeout. So it's 99-97, the Clippers lead. How do you figure that call?
Well, what I think happened was Coach Del Negro saw the count of the ref, and he didn't trust that Kenyon Martin could get the ball in. Unfortunately, he called the timeout at the same time as the ball was being entered. And Kenyon looked back and said, Coach, I had that, but, you know, the coach just didn't want to get a 5-second call.
So it comes down to this. Before, when we have 35 seconds left, I said, you know, perhaps the playoff story for the Grizzlies comes down to this. Now it comes down to 8.1 seconds of an overtime.
What do you know? Everything you said came true. It's coming down to free throw shooting. It's coming down to rebounding inside. And right now, late in the game, 8 seconds left, we're going to see what happens with free throw shooting and how they take care of possessions.
Grizzlies have 2 20s remaining. The Clippers a full and a 20. Neither team has a foul to give. Clippers, and we've seen this throughout the series where a team seemingly may be comfortable. Clippers had a 10-point lead with 4:14 to go, but a 13-3 finish by the Grizzlies forced the overtime.
And you wonder why each team, when they have their strong finishes, never start out the next game or continue to play the way they played in the next game with that strong finish. They go away from their character, but they haven't done that late in the game. Memphis has not.
Quincy Pondexter is in the game along with Gay, Cunningham, Gasol, and Tony Allen.
And I think we can expect for the Clippers to put in a free throw lineup. I would expect the Clippers to put in their best free throw shooters and maybe 1 or 2 guys or maybe 1 person to rebound. But if not, free throw shooting for them is the most important thing on this possession.
They've got Nick Young, Randy Foye, Chris Paul, Caron Butler. And Reggie Evans. No, it's going to be Mo Williams. All shooters out there for the Clippers. Paul, Williams, Young, Foye, and you might as well throw in Butler because he's a big threat himself.
Oh, definitely. And what else you have? They're all ball handlers, so it lessens your chances of the likeliness of a turnover with good ball handlers, good decision makers, and good free throw shooters.
No fouls to give. Caron Butler gets it into Mo Williams. And the foul is made. Well, you can't always say who do you want to foul because you have to foul the guy who gets the ball as quickly as possible with time running out.
Hopefully the inbounder, or the defender of the inbounder can shade the ball one way or influence who you pass this to, which you're exactly right. Never know who's going to go to. Expect this for the Clippers, though, to insert a couple of rebounders here. I think we're going to have sub by possession the next few plays.
Mo Williams hits the first free throw. He was a 90% free throw shooter in the regular season, 3-point lead. So Butler is going to go out of the game. So it's Martin and Evans coming in now. So they've got the defenders on the court.
Definitely, and if for some chance Mo misses the free throw, you want those guys in there to get the rebound for you. But a very smart decision the previous play by putting in all good free throw shooters.
Game 5 will be Wednesday at the FedEx Forum in Memphis, 9:30 Eastern on TNT. Each team has a 20-second timeout remaining. Clippers have won 2 games in the series, each by 1 point. Lead by 3 here. Zach Randolph is in there with Cunningham, Gasol, Gay, Conley, and O.J. Mayo as well. Williams on the free throw line, trying to give the Clippers a 4-point lead. And he does. And the Grizzlies will use their last timeout right here. So the Grizzlies call a timeout, trailing by 4. What's the strategy here?
Well, it depends on what coach you are and whose philosophy you follow. Obviously, you're down 4. You can go for a quick 2, but it puts you in a position, again, of fouling great free throw shooters. You could go for a quick 3. It depends on what the coach calls. Does he have a full-court play to get a wide-open shot? But time is not on your side right now, so whatever happens, you need to execute and foul right away.
Conley, Mayo, and Gay have hit the 4 three-pointers for the Grizzlies tonight.
If you are a defender, one thing you will not do, and you do not need to do, is jump at a 3-point shooter. You do not want to give a 3-point shooter an and one right now. An open 3 is much easier than a contested 3 where you're allowed to foul someone and maybe give them a chance for an and one.
Well, you want to defend, but you'll give them the basket.
Definitely. You do not want to be too close to a 3-point shooter. If you've seen Reggie Miller, you know anything can happen.
And if they drive, they certainly will give them the basket.
Exactly.
101-97, 7.2 seconds remaining. Mike Conley will inbound. No timeouts left. No fouls to give in the game. Here is Gasol. Conley off of his hands. Last touch by Paul. But precious seconds tick off.
Not surprised that they got it to the facilitator, Gasol, after they didn't have any more options. Look for more picker action before the ball's inbound.
Rudy Gay will inbound. He gets it to Gasol. Time is running out. Rudy Gay. Tough 3-point attempt off the rim. And the rebound by Evans. The game is over. And the Clippers have survived again. After losing the lead in regulation, up by 10 with 4:14 to go, they win in the extra session thanks to 8 points by Chris Paul. And the Clippers have taken a commanding 3-1 lead in the best-of-7 series. The number 5 seed Clippers, the highest seed they've ever had, win a big home game here and have taken 2 out of 2 here at the Staples Center.
Just a wonderful game. We love seeing Chris Paul be the orchestrator, the facilitator at the end of the game, taking over in overtime, and then the defense of the Clippers finishing the game off.
27 for Paul, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, and he's with Jamie Maggio.
All right, thanks, Dick. Man, Chris, you guys sure like to make the end of these games exciting. How are we able to edge them out here in overtime?
I don't know. It makes for good TV. You know what I mean? We just kept working. I think I was frustrated with myself for not getting a shot at the end of regulation. You know, that was one of the dumbest things I could have done, but we stuck together and got a good win.
Well, I think you did a good job in the rest of the game there, Chris. And people are wondering if there's anything you can't do, but I know you like to talk about the team, and it really was a total team effort.